everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing my time. Doing my time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Sports World Radio. I am your host, Jeff Escow. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today. 2 hours of nothing but straight sports talk. And the second hour of the show is jam-packed. We got our NBA elimination game. We got our NFL picks. We got so much to talk about. It's unbelievable. We haven't been here for a couple of days. A lot of things have happened in the sports world. Before we get there, and I'm changing the format, and I didn't even tell the boys. So there's a lot to get to. I'll get to all of that before we get going. So let's get all the particulars out of the way. Then we'll get into everything. I'll tell you what we're doing for the new format. It's going to be a lot of fun. The new format's going to start on Monday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Here we go. SportsWorldRadio.com is the place to listen to Sports World Radio. If you want to come and hang out in our chat room, we're hanging out at Spreaker. That's Spreaker.com. Spreaker.com/SportsWorldRadio. If you don't have an account, get yourself a free account. Okay? Then just type in Spreaker.com/SportsWorldRadio. The show will come up at the bottom of the page. Click the bubble to the right. You'll be chatting in our chat room. It's that simple. 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the number to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio. SWRshow@gmail. SWRshow@gmail.com is the email address. Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio as well. Now, with all the particulars out of the way, what do you say we bring in that co-host of ours, Sean Mann, the update man?
Hello there, Jeff Escow. I'm doing good there, buddy. I want to say Happy New Year. Welcome to 2015 at 6:06 p.m. on the East Coast, 3:06 p.m. on the West. Jeff and I have been doing this now for 7 years, everybody, and it's always great doing a show with the wonderful host of Sports World Radio, Jeff Escow, and, of course, adding other new pieces to the show. How you doing, Jeff, on a cold, snowy day in the land of potatoes, Idaho? And welcome to the new year, my friend.
You know what? We'll get to all of that in just a second. Let's bring in the other rat bastard here that's with us on a special Friday edition of Sports World Radio. Normally he comes in on Thursdays, but we didn't do a show yesterday. He normally comes in on the second hour. We got him for the whole 2 hours today on the Friday show here on Sports World Radio. Our good friend, the big freaking win, Frank Sprankle. What's up, buddy?
You know what today is, gentlemen?
What's that, pal?
Freaky Frankie Friday. Freaky Frankie Friday. Freaky Frankie
like
Friday. Freaky Frankie Friday.
I kind of like that, dude. I kind of like that a lot.
Freaky Friday.
I like
Triple
that.
F.
I like that a lot, actually, to tell you the truth.
It's like, dude, you guys have seen Homer Simpson go, I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer. It's Freaky Frankie Friday. Freaky Frankie Friday. And tis the night before the NFL playoffs begin.
Tis the night before the NFL playoffs begin. Okay, so before we get into all of that, I mentioned something about changing the format of the show, correct?
Oh, yes. It's like a surprise. Yeah. It's like a belated Christmas present.
Yeah, it's a belated Christmas present here. Okay? And too bad I didn't get the Christmas present I really wanted, but that's besides the point.
Right.
From now on, starting on Mondays, okay? Starting on Mondays, I'm changing the format. We are no longer doing the first commercial break.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we're going straight in. We come into the show. We're going straight to the bottom of the hour from now on.
Okay. All right.
Just a little format change there. We're going to go straight to the bottom of the hour. We're not doing the 15-minute break no more. Screw it. We're going right to the bottom of the hour. Give us some more time to talk. Usually we sit here, we chat about the weather, we chat about this, we chat about that. Usually the first segment we never get into freaking any sports anyway, so we might as well just hold on and just go to the bottom of the hour.
Good idea. Yeah.
You know
Terrific
what I'm
idea.
saying? That's why I'm the president. I'm not only the president, but I'm a member.
That's right.
That's
Hey,
right.
could you repeat it again for the dumb population such as myself?
That's what? That I'm not only the president, but I'm also a member?
He is the owner of Sports World Radio. Yeah.
That has its ups and downs, my friend.
Hey, dude, wait a minute. If you're president, what's your plan for the United States of America?
Hey, dude, if I was the president, marijuana would be legal and the deficit would be gone. I'll tell you that.
Dude, it's about time.
The deficit would be gone. I'll tell you that. Now, Sean, you mentioned that it's cold and snowy there in Idaho.
Oh, yeah. We're getting hit with all kinds of snow. We got another blizzard coming in on Sunday, and that's, I'm going to say it like since I've been with Jeff for 7 years, that's what I get for living where
Well, I'm
I
going to
live.
tell you something, Sean. We got some nasty cold weather from your neck of the woods, from Canada. Came
I
swooping
saw that.
down.
I was like, oh, Jeff will not like all
No
this
way. Are
Arctic
you kidding me?
cold
It got-
front hitting Las Vegas and Arizona.
Dude,
Wait, what's the temperature?
last night, the temperature was 25 degrees.
Ouch.
do you know what I call it? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the American Arctic.
Right now, it's 65 degrees.
Oh,
65
boy, right,
degrees.
It's 65.
right now here
Yeah,
in
we're
right
a
now
little-
here in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, it's 23 degrees. And what's the weather like in Chicago, Illinois? There, Frank and Josh.
I could give a beaver's damn. I'm here in a nice in a nice heated facility.
You could give a
Yeah, I know, but what's it like outside, you rat bastard? Is it
Yeah,
snowing?
like-
listen.
Okay, hold on. Let me check.
Is it
All I can say
snowing?
is it's cold but not snowy. I got to tell you this. People think that you got to have snow to have a great Christmas. Well, we didn't have snow this Christmas. It was actually pretty nice. A little on the warm side, but pretty nice. It is 1 degree below freezing at 31 degrees and fair
Wow,
as
that's not
life
bad.
is tonight.
That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Okay, so before
No,
we go to...
dude, listen, Josh, I want to say this. I was born in Harvey. I was born across the state line, okay?
You were
I was born in a
Harvey.
town that's pretty much the hood now.
You were born in Harvey.
I was born in the, well, you know what? Yes, I was. I was born in Harvey, Illinois.
That's my uncle's
And by
name.
the way, a big portion of the Blues Brothers was filmed in Harvey. I got to tell you guys a story. You guys have seen the Blues Brothers, right?
Many
Oh, I've
times.
seen it.
Do you know the mall scene where Jake and Elwood are driving through the mall and you have that
Yes.
one dude in Toys R Us saying, "Will there be anything else?" Yes. Do you have a Miss Piggy? All right. Go ahead, because I want to say this seriously.
Go ahead. Go
An
ahead.
old abandoned mall called Dixie Square Mall in Harvey. The first time, and by the way, I used to live 5 minutes away from that mall in East Hazel Crest. The first time I ever learned to drive, it was through that mall parking lot.
Nice. Nice.
I have driven in that mall parking lot. The first time I ever learned to drive was in the Blues Brothers mall scene parking lot.
Well, that's perfect. There you go. You gotta
Kid you
love
not.
that.
I kid you not. I used to live 5 minutes away from the mall.
You gotta love that, right? You gotta love that, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was just thinking, dude. I was actually thinking, dude, about going inside and seeing what it was like. And trust me, it is an abandoned infestation, pretty much. You know, you get the picture. It's been abandoned, believe it or not, since about 1978, and that was a year before the Blues Brothers was filmed.
Right.
It used to be a mall that I believe was in use from 1966 to 1978. It used to be called Dixie Square Mall.
Dixie Square Mall. So let me ask you a question, Frank. What did you do for New Year's?
What did I do for New Year's? Oh, I got to tell you. Now, I know you guys aren't big college football fans, but I want to say this. I am happy that Oregon won the Rose Bowl. I had reason to root against Florida State because of that no good punk Jameis Winston. I am happy that Florida State lost because Jameis Winston is on that team. Think about it, guys. You guys can't, I know you guys aren't big college football fans, but you guys can't avoid the stories about Jameis Winston. Caught on camera in the grocery store stealing the crab legs. His sexual innuendo at the student union that caused him to be suspended for one game. Jameis Winston is a no-good punk, and that's why I am happy Florida State lost to Oregon in the Rose Bowl.
Okay,
Josh says he fell asleep through both games.
Okay, now, I didn't ask you what you did on New Year's Day. I asked you what you did on New Year's.
What did I do? Ring in the New Year.
Well, what did you do? Where'd you go? Did you stay home? Did you go out?
Yeah, I stayed home. Dude, typically I am not the one that goes out often on New Year's. And besides, I wanted to get up and watch all these college football games.
Oh,
so
God.
I decided just to stay home and chill out.
So you were home all by yourself?
No. No. I was actually I was visiting my parents.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I was home. My sister was sleeping because she had to be at work the next morning. I was home all alone, sitting in the studio, go, yay, New Year's.
Dude,
big deal.
stupid turnovers. Listen, I'm seeing Sean write in the text box, stupid turnovers. I'm going to tell you this about Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston looked like Jay Cutler this year as how he ran the Bears offense. Nothing but turnovers. And yeah, Florida State's defense, that didn't help either.
I'm going to tell you something
I saw
about
Florida State in the second half was like watching the Bears this year.
I'm going to tell you something about college football, and then we're going to go to our first break.
Go ahead.
College football sucks. We'll be right back after this first break.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Be fire safe during the holidays. Only use decorations that are non-flammable or flame retardant. Check holiday lights each year for frayed wires or excessive wear, and do not link more than 3 strands. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Consider using battery-operated flameless candles which look and smell like real candles. If your celebration includes a natural tree, keep it away from any heat source or exit. Water your tree daily to keep it from becoming dry. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov. This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Feskow, Sean Mann, and Frank Sprankle bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk right today and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. in the East, 3 p.m. in the West, and if you live in the Central...
Figure it out
5 p.m.
yourself. I beat you.
Dude, you want to drop the gloves?
Okay, so really quick. So
you want to meet my friends?
Okay,
Assault
so
and
here
battery.
we go. Here we go. I was up yesterday. I woke up at 1:30 yesterday afternoon, and I haven't been to sleep yet. I'm still going. Okay, I was doing some work for my business and this and that. At 3 o'clock in the morning for me, I started watching Mike and Mike on ESPN. At 6 o'clock this morning, I changed my channel to 26 which is WGN for me.
Yeah, WGN America, which doesn't air sports or news anymore.
WGN America. I still get Cubby games and White Sox games and Bulls games on there. I still do.
Not for long, buddy.
Well, that's okay. WGN America. I just spent from 6 o'clock this morning till 3 o'clock this afternoon, 9 hours, watching nothing but Blue Bloods. How about that?
Well, it's interesting you mentioned Blue Bloods because I live in Chicago, and WGN Channel 9 is way different than WGN America. Completely different.
I know. What's up with that?
It has to do with an FCC law from the early 90s.
What's up with that noise?
What noise?
Because that's pretty funny. You know? The FCC America is different than the WGN America is different than the WGN you have, right?
Well, of course. Can I say this because I do live in Chicago?
Right.
As of a couple days before New Year's, WGN America was added to my cable provider, Xfinity. I get WGN America now on channel 499 on Xfinity. It's not in high definition. The thing is, if you wanted to see WGN America, if you lived in the Chicago area, you could only see it by getting DirecTV. I don't have DirecTV. I have Xfinity. Sorry, Rob Lowe, but I'm still cool. Listen, WGN America is going to be going under a lot of changes. And you're talking about the Cubs and White Sox games. Cubs and White Sox games will not be airing on WGN America no more. Likewise, Bulls games. They are looking to go in a different route. They are looking to go to TBS route. As a matter of fact, WGN America, the name WGN is going to be gone.
Really?
Now that is a shock. That's surprising.
That is surprising, man. That thing has been around forever.
Well, from the sports aspect, guys, this is truly the end of an era because WGN used to be the last of the superstations. Because I grew up, I was given access not just to Cubs White Sox games locally on WGN, but I had TBS with the Braves and WR with the Mets.
That's amazing news. That
My
WGN
summers were awesome. Yeah,
well, look what Josh says. Josh says WGN channel is pure garbage, and WGN radio, stupid 87.7, the game.
They're no longer in existence, 87.7 the game.
That's nuts.
And Dr. Myth says Frank equals soccer.
There's a good friend, Dr. Myth.
Yeah, soccer. So wait, it says Frank equals soccer.
There's a good.
He's probably saying it because Frank.
You don't like me. I don't. Look,
you think the world of college football when Jeff and I have to sit there flipping channels, finding something else to watch besides college football.
That's right, man.
Okay, let me ask you this. Aren't you guys happy? Listen, aren't you guys happy that a guy with no good character, such as Jameis Winston, at least lost? Dude, I do not root for guys that have low demeanor.
I'm actually happy that Alabama lost, to tell you the truth.
Well, here's the question: which would you rather watch, college football or soccer?
College football. You better believe I've never watched college football.
Dude,
no way.
Neither.
Okay, you know what I would rather watch?
Hey, hold on. College football or soccer? You're given one or the other.
That's it? Those are my two choices?
Absolutely. You're given two channels. One channel has a college football game. The other has a soccer game.
The World Cup of soccer.
Doesn't matter. It's soccer.
I'd put soccer on because I'd probably fall asleep.
Hey.
It'd be a good time to take a nap.
Well, Jeff could say the real sport to watch, everybody, is golf. You want to learn something? Watch golf and watch the golfers swing.
Yeah, you want to learn how to take a nap? Watch golf.
Dude, I'm not tennis. I'm not a tennis fan. That's the one sport. I know somebody that plays tennis, but I am not a tennis fan.
There's a couple of sports that'll put me to sleep.
Dude, you know what I'm good at? You know what I do in terms of tennis? We tennis.
Oh, jeez.
I don't tennis.
Dude, we tennis.
I don't even watch Wimbledon. I used to watch Wimbledon a long time ago, and I thought, this crap is boring. Get it off my TV. Josh goes, I'd rather watch Michael Cole host a stand-up comedy show.
I would rather watch Rocky Balboa fight Apollo Creed.
Dude, you better be happy that You better be happy that our buddy Nicholas Spiva isn't in here.
Where
Nicholas
is that-
Spiva
where
is an
is that
avid
rat?
college football fan.
Where is that rat bastard? Is he? Is this Skype on?
Skype on.
I don't know if he is. I'll take a
We
look.
listen, anyway, Nicholas and I, because it was over the holiday, we decided to
I
take
don't
today
know.
off.
It's not.
We took Press Row Central off today.
Well,
hell's the
speaking of
matter
which,
with
we
you?
got to get to some stories. Here's our first story
Hold on
of the
a
day.
second.
Jeff
Hold on,
and Frank.
Sean. Hold on, Sean. I got a question to ask their
Go ahead.
Chicago boys. Both of them, actually.
Go ahead.
So how pissed off are you that Tressel got fired?
Let's
Oh.
see. Happy trails to you.
Really?
Until we meet again.
You don't mind?
I don't mind. Listen,
How
the
much
Bears
Roy
need a
Rod-
guy. Look, the Bears need a guy that's going to mentally whip some ass here.
You know what, Frank? How much Roy Rogers were you watching with you singing that on the air? Good grief.
Dude, you wouldn't believe what I know and what I don't know.
When was the last time? Here's a good question for you, Chicago boys. When was the last time the Chicago Bears hired an experienced head coach?
The last time the Chicago Bears, wait, what was the question in terms of what they hired a head coach?
The last time they hired a head coach, when did he have NFL experience?
Okay, I'll tell you what. Since George Halas, never. The Bears have not hired a guy that has had head coaching experience. And I'm going to tell you guys what kind of ticks me off here. You have Rex Ryan that we knew was going to be fired. And you know what, Sean? I can see you're just texting the Bears could get Rex Ryan. Of course they could get Rex Ryan, but they're not even interviewing. I don't know if there's a scheduled interview. The Rex Ryan is meeting with the 49ers brass over the weekend,
Right.
and I don't know if he's met with the Falcons or not, but he's slated to meet with them. If he hasn't,
Correct.
the Bears aren't on Rex Ryan's list.
Correct. So he's probably not going to go there.
Well, like with the Bears, their whole status is just finding, like you said, Frank, a coach that can come in there, turn that team around, and get them back to the winning ways since the Mike Ditka days. And of course, I know, Frank, that you've talked about on shows too that you weren't very thrilled about Dave Wanstad when he used to be coach of the Bears back in the 90s.
Wow, can you believe that Dave Wanstead, in the 6 years that he was the head coach of the Chicago Bears, they actually went to a playoff, and Dave Wanstead actually won a 1994 wild card game in Minnesota. As a matter of fact, it was 20
You should
years
come back
ago
and coach 'em
yesterday that the Bears went into Minnesota, and I didn't even predict the Bears to win that game. They upset the Minnesota Vikings at home, and then they got pulverized by the San Francisco 49ers a week later in the divisional round. They were
Frank.
going to win the Super Bowl. Go ahead,
Frank,
Sean.
Frank,
Frank.
yeah, look.
Hey, Frank, they should bring him back again.
Wait, Dave
Well, look
Wanstead?
Yeah.
Look what Josh says here. He goes, yeah, okay, if the Bears 9-7 next year, 8-8, are they going to fire the head coach and general manager in the offseason? Are going to be the firing circus every time we don't make playoffs?
The problem is, you get a new head coach. Well, they're going to have to get a new head coach. What do you and a new GM, right? And a new GM, correct?
Wait,
Correct.
I like I said, I think Mike Singletary should be at least considered a candidate here. This guy, did you guys see what he did to Vernon Davis a few years back?
What are you going to do with Cutler?
That's my point exactly. You bring in somebody such as a Mike Singletary that can at least slap some sense into these guys. And you know what? As far as Cutler is concerned, that's up to the hey, we got to be talking about the general manager too, because there's going to be a new general manager and a new head coach, and I agree. They should together make the decision as to what to do with number 6.
What was the Bears' record last year?
What was the
Bears record 5-11.
5-11.
And what was their record this year?
Oh, you were talking about 5-11 this year. I didn't know what you meant in terms of.
Well,
Wait.
well, it was 2013, and they finished up. What was it? I think it wasn't at 7-9 or.
Wait a minute. If you're talking about, wait, you're talking about the 2013 Bears. Now I know what you're saying. They finished 8-8. They faltered down the stretch. They finished 8-8.
And then this year they were 5-11.
5-11. So that's a 3-game differential in the loss column.
Okay, so you bring in a new GM, a new coach, and they're going to want a new quarterback in there. So what are you going to do with Cutler?
What are you going to do with Cutler? Well, there may only be one option. You may have to ship him off somewhere else. And I guarantee you there's going to be teams that are going to have interest. I'm hearing the Tennessee Titans, and understand this, Jay Cutler played his college football at Vanderbilt. He knows the Nashville area very well. Tennessee, they could be an option. I would welcome any option. I'm not saying I'm going to go with the option, but I would look at the possibilities of shipping Jay Cutler off somewhere.
So
this guy's holding the Bears back.
Okay, so you get rid of Jay Cutler. Who you bringing in to quarterback that team?
Now that's the problem right now. That's the problem. You don't have really any attractive quarterbacks on the free agent market.
What pick do they have in the draft?
The Bears have the 7th draft pick overall, and I don't think Marcus Mariota is going to be available in number 7.
Get up to the number 1 pick then, don't they think so?
Well, Oakland has the number 1 pick.
Well, they're not going to pick a quarterback. They got David Carr.
Well, here's another thing. Josh goes, the Jay Cutler contract was a Phil Emery decision. He's no longer here, the new general manager. Has full discretion to make any changes, whether coaches or players.
Yeah, can't they just cut him?
Oh, yeah, sure, that's it. Cut him, but then you're going to have to pay off his salary.
So what? He's gone. He's out of your hair.
Okay, let me ask you this, and I'm not trying to get off topic, but do you think the New York Yankees should cut ties with Alex Rodriguez?
Yes.
Yes. But
that's the issue right there. The money.
You can't do that in baseball. You can't cut a guy in baseball like that. You can do that in the NFL.
They can release Rodriguez. The only problem is they got to pay his salary.
Correct.
Hey,
when
you know what?
Think about it,
Go ahead.
When you think about it with the Bears, before we go to that second commercial break, it's been 30 years since the Bears' last championship, and Bear fans are wondering, when is the day going to come that the Bears will get back to the Super Bowl glory and win a championship?
You know what's going to happen to the Bears? They're going to become the Dallas Cowboys.
It's going to be a few seasons. They have to rebuild the defense. The defense has been pretty mediocre.
Well, here's another thing. Do you think the loss against the Packers has had a lot to do with it? Remember, they lost that last game of the season 33-28, and maybe that had something to do with it, that they weren't the same. They didn't recover after the heartbreaking loss from Week 17 of 2013.
Perhaps, but I think the main reason, if you're going to look at Jay Cutler, is the fact that he's making all this money now. Once you make all this money, it gets in your head, and I think it's gone into the head of Jay Cutler. You know what? If the Bears want toughness, dude, the Chicago Bears should consider me for the job. Come on, George McCaskey. I want an interview.
Hey, we're going to run to our second commercial break to listen to Jeff Escott, Showman, and Frank Sprankle on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell say at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Millionaires are being made worldwide, all season long at DraftKings.com. America's favorite one-week fantasy football website. One-week fantasy means no season-long commitments, so you can play whenever you want. You got a player who's hurt? No problem. Injuries won't derail your shot at victory because it's like a new season every week, so you're never stuck with the same players. Pick your team in minutes, and you could be on your way to winning huge cash payoffs. And just this season alone, one lucky listener turned $10 into $5,000, and another turned $2 into $10,000. Plus, we've been crowning new millionaires virtually every week, all season long at DraftKings.com. So you could be next. What are you waiting for? Imagine winning $1 million in one day just for playing fantasy football at DraftKings. Make sure you log on to DraftKings.com right away and use the promo code Spreaker to play for free in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. Don't forget to enter Spreaker at DraftKings.com today. You can't win if you don't play. DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome Welcome back to SportsWorldRadio. Jeff Escout, Sean Man, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk every Monday through Friday at home. And Frank Spankel's joining us today. Lots to get to. What's going on, Sean? What's the next topic?
All right, it's the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. Here we go.
Yes!
All right, Skippy goes, and he said that my Dallas Cowboys will beat the Detroit Lions. Suck it.
What else has he got to say? He can't say anything else.
He's all happy about it. He says, how about them Cowboys? Going to beat those Lions on Sunday. Romo's going to get another playoff win.
Okay, I'll give you guys my prediction later, but if, Skippy, your Dallas Cowboys lose to the Detroit Lions on Sunday, or which team will you adopt then next week? Which team will be mine?
Cincinnati Bengals.
Just wait. Okay, well, just wait. Skippy will be all right. Let's Skippy Bayless. There'll be two teams in the Super Bowl in Glendale. Skippy Bayless will be rooting for this team, and then sure enough, that team will lose. And Skippy Bayless, well, now the winner of the Super Bowl is now my team.
No, you know what's going to happen? He's going when it ends up to be Seattle, when it ends up to be Seattle and New England or Green Bay and New England, he's going to say, "See, I told you." Watch. See, I told you it was going to be Green Bay and New England, or I told you it was going to be Seattle and New England. I told you.
You know, Skip Bayless, had he been on the show with us, and he would say, he goes, what are you all going to say to me when the Cowboys win the Super Bowl? I'll be sticking it in your faces and seeing how you like it.
Dude, you know what? That stadium is so big, that Cowboys Stadium or AT&T Stadium, whatever it's called now. I'm sure they have. Don't you think that Jerry Jones has a little apartment he lives in?
Browning, I have to disagree with you on that comment. Romo didn't win a playoff game in 2007. The Cowboys went 13-3, and they lost to the New York Giants in the NFC divisional playoff game. Sorry.
Okay, let me do an imitation. Dude, let me do an imitation about that divisional playoff game.
Oh, yeah.
He's my quarterback. I love him.
How about this? Skippy Bayless said that my Pittsburgh Steelers will beat the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, all of a sudden the Steelers are his team too?
Wait a minute. Oh, my goodness.
Wait, Wes, wherever you're listening, Wes, at least Skippy's hopping on the bandwagon on the Steelers wherever you're listening, buddy.
You should be. Hey,
I got a question.
Wes,
who is
you should be
Skip Bayless
nervous.
going to watch the Super Bowl with? Johnny Manziel?
Wes, you should be nervous.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Wes should be
Pittsburgh,
nervous
you should
because of
worry.
my prediction. I'll tell you the prediction coming up, but I have a prediction on that game. Wes, you should be nervous.
If he's picking Pittsburgh, you should be nervous, Wes. Just saying.
Oh, yeah, you should be nervous, Wes. And Wes has been posting all along. Pittsburgh Steelers are the AFC North Division champions on my Facebook wall. What do you say about that, Sean, man? Jeff Escow?
Where's Adrian?
Yeah. I'm going to be
Lucky
thinking of
bastard.
both Adrian and Wes tomorrow.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking about.
Sunday.
That lucky bastard, Adrian. That lucky bastard. That lucky bastard, man.
Oh, you mean Alfred E. Newman? Our Steelers, or you mean our Ravens fan, Alfred E. Newman?
Yeah. Now he's got a reprieve, 1 week reprieve. So they're playing Pittsburgh. If they win, he's still in. If they lose, he's shaved.
Skippy Bayless said that my Carolina Panthers will beat the Arizona Cardinals.
Wait,
so
who?
now
Okay, so
Carolina
now, hold on a second. Hold on. He said my Dallas Cowboys going to beat Detroit. My Pittsburgh going to beat Baltimore. Now he's saying my Arizona Cardinals. What is it?
My Carolina Panthers.
Oh, my Carolina Panthers. So far, he's got 3 my's in front of 3 teams. Any other freaking team he's saying my about?
Skippy Bayless said that my Indianapolis Colts
Holy
will beat the
freaking
Cincinnati
Christ!
Bengals.
Holy freaking Christ, man!
Hey, Jeff, I got a question. What happens if Skip Bayless tries to kiss up to you and goes, "My boy Jeff Escout"? What are you gonna do then?
He's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to bend over. He's gonna have to kiss my ass. Cause that's not gonna be allowed. Cause I'm not his boy.
How about 4 straight mice when we start the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour 38 minutes after the hour?
That's forced.
Dude, we need to come up with a new this.
My
How about-
Carolina Panthers, my Pittsburgh Steelers, my Indianapolis Colts, and my Dallas Cowboys.
I have
You
just
are
come up with a conclusion. We should call this my Skippy Bayless bashing hour.
That's a good way to look at it.
Stinking believable. You know what, Skip? That's a joke.
Skippy Bayless said that Andrew Luck is a overrated show.
Andrew Luck is an
So why is he
overrated
picking
show.
him? So why is he picking him to win?
Wait. What did he? Well, just watch the game on Sunday.
He just contradicted himself, didn't he?
Yes, and he picked Indianapolis to beat Cincinnati.
He just
Dude,
contradicted
how much
himself.
Cocoa Puffs is this guy eating? Dude, this is...
You know why? Because if Indianapolis loses, now he's got a thing to talk about. He's already. You know what he's doing? He's planting the seed. So if Indy loses, he's got a way out. When Indy wins, he's got a way out. He's a hypocrite.
Skippy Bayless said that Rex Ryan should be the coach for the Atlanta Falcons.
Who cares what Skippy Bayless says? Because everything he says doesn't mean a hill of beans because he talks out both sides of his ass.
He probably would say, how is that possible, Mr. Escal?
How's that
I know my
possible?
sports when I'm saying it right.
Here, I'll show you how it's possible. You just said my Indianapolis Colts are going to be the Cincinnati Bengals. And in the same freaking sentence, you said that freaking, what's his name?
Andrew Luck is a overrated show.
Andrew Luck is an overrated show. That's talking out of both sides of your ass.
Dude, it's 2015. When are we going to have the Jeff Escow, Skippy Bayless debate? Because you know what? When we do have it, Sean, Josh, I'm going to bring the grill and beer. I'm going to bring the grill and beer.
You're going to be tailgating for that one,
laughing.
huh? You're going to be tailgating for that one, huh?
Dude, well, grill and beer, dude. That will be tailgating. We'll move the grill and the beer inside.
40 minutes after the hour, Skippy Bayless came out and said that Doug Marrone should be the coach for the New York Jets.
Doug Marrone? Who the hell is Doug Marrone?
I have no idea.
The Buffalo Bills head coach that resigned
yeah,
all
that's
of a
right. The
sudden.
guy who left 3 days after the new management because he had that in his contract, and he still gets paid. Now he's going to be, of course he's going to become the Jets head coach. He's friends with Woody Allen. Or Woody Johnson.
Woody Johnson.
Woody Johnson. Woody Allen. Woody Johnson.
Skippy Bayless said that Charles Barkley should be the coach for the NBA All-Star game next month.
Here, Skip, this is what I say to that.
He goes, what's the matter with Charles Barkley? Charles Barkley would have coaching experience for the NBA All-Star game.
Charles Barkley couldn't coach his way out of a paper bag.
Hey, I like Charles Barkley, dude. I like the way he speaks his mind.
He couldn't coach a way out of his own paper bag, dude.
Let me ask you, Jeff, did you like the way in the 80s and 90s Charles Barkley played the game of basketball?
I never liked Charles Barkley. I didn't like him when he played. I don't like him as a commentator. I don't like him as a golfer. Something about him rubs me the wrong way.
Wait, remember that time he was thinking of going into politics, running for office?
Something about him rubs me. I think he should get out of the freaking sports world.
Wait a minute. That would be. Wait, hold on, though. It wouldn't be in your jurisdiction unless, of course, he decided to run for president of the United States and run. Could you imagine that Charles Barkley, president of the United States?
No, he will do it in his hometown. Where's he from again?
He's from Alabama.
He'll do it in Alabama. Why does he become the? Hey, Skip. Alabama lost yesterday. How come you're not saying that he should be the next coach of Alabama, you freaking moron?
Well, here's what he said. Skippy Bayless said that Charles Barkley is the greatest forward of all time.
You're an idiot. You are such an idiot.
Wait.
Charles Barkley never even won an NBA championship.
I can name 5 forwards that are better than him right off the top of my head before I even get to Charles Barkley. I could probably go 10 deep, you dumbass.
Hold on. Didn't you talk about a forward? Scottie Pippen won 6.
Unbelievable. He's unbelievable.
Skippy Bayless said that Wilt Chamberlain is overrated.
100 points in a game?
Yeah, that's overrated.
100 points in one game.
Hey, Skippy, why don't you, just because you never got to see him play, doesn't mean he didn't do what he did.
He was sucking on his thumbs. He was only 3 years old when Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in 1962.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Skippy Bayless said that the Boston Bruins are letting him down. Oh, no, really, you think?
Hey,
wait, since when was he a Boston Bruin fan, Sean?
Exactly.
Hey, how come Skippy Bayless didn't get suspended for his comments about Johnny Manziel?
Yeah, he should have been. I saw the comments on Facebook, and I said, oh, Jeff would just love to eat him up after that.
He was there this morning doing the show. How come he didn't get suspended for those comments?
Wait, what, like Bill Simmons?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Bill Simmons or Stephen A. Smith, Frank, for a week in August when he got suspended.
We should have Bill Simmons on. Dude, we need to have Bill Simmons on here.
I got something Josh tried to get. He said he wasn't allowed to come on the show.
Wait, why?
Why? Because he was suspended. He wasn't allowed to go on any show.
Oh, okay, because he's technically still employed by ESPN, even though he was suspended.
Skippy Bayless said that incomprehensible to me that Jim Harbaugh is no longer the 49ers coach. Nearly got them to 3 straight Super Bowls. Are owner GM more valuable?
Well, let me ask you a question, Skip. Do you know what went down there? Do you know why they weren't getting along? Do you know anything that's going on there? Are you there to see it and hear it? No. So shut up.
Skippy Bayless said that Scottie Pippen should coach the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Don't get me started about that.
They couldn't do any worse than David Blatt.
Don't get me started.
We'll get to them later on. Skippy Bayless said that Green Bay is overrated.
Because I know who's going to be the next coach of that team.
All right, we'll talk. Save that for when we get there. And as far as Green Bay being overrated, look, they may not be a Super Bowl team. I think Seattle's the team to go. But all I could say is RALAX. Relax.
Green Bay's gonna if Dallas happens to win on freaking Sunday, whenever they play.
They played Sunday afternoon.
Green Bay's gonna go in there and just wallop them anyway, so it's not gonna matter.
And on that note, we got to run to our first update of the day.
First update of the day is brought to you by the Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your Flipper today. Never ever touch the toilet seat to flip it up or flip it down. Get your Flipper today at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
All right, Jeff and Frank, thank you very much. 45 minutes after the hour, January 2nd, 2015. NHL, here are the games for tonight. The Panthers at the Sabres, Canadiens at the Devils, Lightning at the Penguins, Flyers at the Hurricanes, Maple Leafs at the Wild, Islanders at the Flames, Oilers at Avalanche, and Blues at Ducks. In the NBA, of course, 11 games. The Cavaliers at the Hornets, Nets at the Magic, Maverick at the Celtics, Pistons at Knicks, Rockets at Pelicans, Wizards at Thunder, Pacers at Bucks, 76ers at Suns, Hawks at Jazz, Raptors at Warriors, and Grizzlies at the Lakers.
Hey, Sean, you know something? There's a good thing about living out here in San Diego. I don't have to listen to how bad the Knicks really are.
NFL action. Here we go. Brand new season. Win or go home. NFC wildcard on Saturday night. It'll be the Panthers hosting the Arizona Cardinals. That game starts at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Time, 1:20 p.m. Pacific, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC, which is 5:15 p.m. Pacific. It will be the Ravens at the Steelers. This is an old AFC rivalry for wild card and playoff battles over the years. Flacco against Roethlisberger. For Sunday, it'll be the Bengals at the Colts. Will Andy Dalton and the Bengals finally get that playoff win since they haven't won since January of 1991? We shall see. That game's on CBS at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Pacific. At 4:40 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday afternoon, 1:40 p.m. Pacific Time, it'll be the Lions taking on the Cowboys. The update was brought to you by the Flipper at flipperflipper.com. We'll be right back after this commercial break from our sponsor.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Hey, don't forget, coming up in the second hour of the show, we got NFL elimination. We have our NFL picks to make for this weekend's game, and we also have the Rat Bastard of the Week. We got a lot to do in the second hour of the show. We're going to be very, very jam-packed. All right, so where are we going next there, Shoney?
All right, so Skippy Bayless saying Green Bay is overrated. Skippy Bayless said that Andy Dalton is a numb.
Is a what?
What's a numb?
Is a numb.
What's a numb? Dude, wait. What's a numb?
Know. How am I supposed to know what Skippy says? I can't even understand. He doesn't make any sense at all.
Is a numb a good thing or a bad thing?
A numb?
Yeah.
What's a numb?
The hell is a numb?
Dude, I think I know why he called him a numb here. Skippy Bayless is trying to rewrite Webster's.
I think Skippy Bayless is stoned.
Skippy Bayless said that TNT is the best network with covering the NBA.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's a Blum.
See?
It's a Blum. B-U-M-B. I don't even know what a Blum is, dude. What's a Blum?
Well, you put numb on Skype, you bozo.
No, it's a bum. B-U-M-B, not a blum, a bum.
Oh, well, a bum. Shows you my intelligence.
Well, that's what he said on the Skype, so I was like, okay, he's a bum. Well, I had no idea, Josh. You're the one who's always sending me these Skippy quotes.
Well, if you don't know, you got to type back and ask to make sure. What the hell's the matter with you two?
All right, Andy Dalton's a bum. Okay, Andy Dalton's a bum.
Yeah, Andy Dalton's a bum, even though Jeff says you can't under-predict Andy
Let me ask you this. Do you know, have you heard about Andy Dalton having any character issues?
Let me ask you this there, Skippy. If Andy Dalton is such a bum, how come he just took Cincinnati the first 4 years in the NFL to the freaking playoffs, and your boy, Tony Romo, didn't even do that? So sit there and shut up.
Bum.
How much of a bum is he now there? Huh? Huh?
What?
You got nothing to say to that, do you jackass?
Yeah, and he says that he's a bum. He probably says, well, look, has the guy ever won a playoff game? No, he's never won one. He hasn't even gotten the monkey off his back. What makes you think he's actually going to win one on Sunday?
Tony's only won one? And how long has Tony been in the freaking league?
For a long time, since like 04 or 05.
Okay, Tony's been in the league for 10 years, right? He hasn't got one. Dalton's only been in the league for 4 years. And his first 4 years in the league, he takes his team to the playoffs. You tell me who's better, huh? You jackass.
Let me ask you, isn't the NFL predominantly made up on postseason success over regular season success?
Yes.
There you go.
And how about this, though, Frank? Skippy Bayless saying that TNT is the best network with covering the NBA.
See, I like that he says that, and ESPN should freaking suspend him for saying that.
Oh, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't ESPN cover the NBA?
You know what? When it comes to TNT, I've grown up with Turner. Listen, I've grown up with the last 30 years of watching the NBA on TBS or TNT. They do a great job. But Skip Bayless, oh, my goodness, you're not kissing up to the corporate suits?
Maybe his contract's coming up on ESPN and he wants to go to TNT.
Oh yeah, could you, Charles Barkley and Skip? No, I got a conspiracy theory here.
How great would that be?
Skip Bayless wants to be on TNT so he can share the seat with Charles Barkley.
How great would that be? I would never have to hear him speak again.
Skippy Bayless said that Bill Belichick better not use Spygate in the playoffs. Oh, stinker! Yeah. Jeez.
How old is that? How old is that?
I forgot about that.
Sean, how old is that?
That was like 10 years ago when that happened.
Yeah,
you
so
know,
I think that was more than 10 years ago.
Hey,
14
Skippy.
years ago.
Hey, Skippy, it's 2015, you jackass. This guy really irks me, man. He really freaking irks me.
Oh, get ready for this. Skippy Bayless said, here we go, that my Seattle Seahawks scare me.
Wait a minute. My Seattle Seahawks scared. What? Wait, is he scared that the Seattle Seahawks are going to come after him and attack him?
I hope so. I like to see them throw the ball at him so they can tackle the crap out of him.
He's probably saying it because Dallas possibly wins on Sunday against the Lions. He's probably like saying, I'm scared because my Cowboys are going up against the Seahawks.
No, I don't think they would go up against the Seahawks that yet. I think it would be the final game before the...
Yeah, and Skippy knows that he thinks that the Cowboys will go to the Super Bowl and win the whole thing.
Listen.
I'm confused. My Seahawks, my Cowboys, what is it, Skip? Who?
Let me ask you a question, Sean and Frank. If it is Seattle and it is Dallas, where's the game? Is it in Dallas because Dallas beat them already?
That was in the past. Dude, I know that game was in Seattle. Yes, I know Dallas beat them. But Seattle, this is a team on cruise control. They will win this time around.
Seattle's
I understand that, Frank,
but they were in October.
I understand
Thank you, Sean.
that. No, I understand that, guys. But where's the game going to be played? Is it going to be in Dallas or is it going to be in Seattle?
No, it's Seattle because they have the #1 seed.
So it'll be in Seattle.
It would be in Seattle.
I love my chances. I love seeing
There's
my Cowboys
no
win
way
against
in
Seattle.
hell Dallas is going in there again to Seattle and winning. No way. No way.
I get the sense that Skip Bayless needs to be banned from Seattle.
Hey, Skip, you want to know something? Watch this, Sean. You want to know? I've done this before, Sean, and I've gotten away with it, so we're going to continue. Here we go, bitches.
Let's do it.
Dallas and Seattle play in Seattle. Dallas wins. No more Sports World Radio.
Oh, so wait. You're putting the show in jeopardy if the Cowboys get to the Super Bowl, but they'd have to beat Seattle.
They have to beat Seattle. It has to go through Seattle. Has to be Seattle. Can't be nobody else.
And then what would you do if you win against Skippy? And you'd be like, I'll debate. I want you on the show, Skippy, so I can take it to you.
You know, that's right. You know what, Skip? I'll put my show up with that bet right there. When I win that bet, you come on my show and you debate me, you son of a bitch.
Wait, do you remember I did? Because you remember I did that last year for the Cavaliers Bobcats first round playoff series. Remember I said that if the Bobcats win, I will never do any more sports. I will quit sportscasting.
But dude, that was a nothing bet. That was ask Sean. I put the show on the line.
I was a witness to that. Yep.
Not with a nothing bet like that. I actually put the show on the line. And every time I've done it, we're still doing the show, ain't we?
Yep.
Dude, we need to have a theme song. Dude, how about Elton John's I'm Still Standing? That should be the theme song.
I'm still standing, bitches. You can't knock me down.
57 minutes after the hour, actually 58 minutes after the hour, Skippy Bayless came out and said that Patrick Ewing should be the coach of the New York Knicks.
No,
Okay.
because no.
Does Patrick Ewing have coaching abilities?
He's been,
does he want to be a head coach?
Yes, he's been an assistant coach for years.
I've never really seen him as head coach material, though.
He's over, if I remember correctly, is he in Houston?
I think he's an assistant coach for the Houston
Rockets. Yeah, he's helping the big man over there.
That's hard to believe. What was it, 20 years ago? Actually, it was 21 years ago. The Rockets defeated the Knicks for the NBA title.
Now he's
don't remind Jeff about that.
And you know how many times that Ewing and McHale went against each other, and now they're coaching with each other? Come on.
A lot.
Come on, man. It's sickening.
Hey, Frank, don't remind Jeff about that 94 finals because he rips it all on O.J. Simpson.
That's O.J.'s fault. Totally blame that shit on O.J.
Let me ask you, where were you watching that game?
I was in a bar with my friend watching the game.
I assume in San Diego.
Yes, I was in San Diego at a bar. He just picked me up from work. Same bar every night we went to. They knew we were coming. They had the TV, the game ready to go for us as soon as we walked in the bar.
Yeah, but they had it on splits. NBC had split screen.
I know. I had to get up off my seat and walk over to the TV so I could watch that small screen the freaking game was on.
Dude, you needed did you need a magnifying glass?
I was pissed. No, because it was like a 72-inch screen.
Skippy Bayless said that Charles Barkley is the best top 50 player of all time.
Wait, hold on. Michael Jordan won 6 NBA titles. Kobe Bryant won 5 NBA titles.
What is this with him going up with Charles Barkley? Good gosh.
Yeah, he's in love with Charles Barkley as much as he's in love with Jerry Jones.
Guys, I'm telling you, that's why I think he said that TNT's NBA coverage was better. I think he wants to leave ESPN to go to Turner so he can be on Inside the NBA with Charles Barkley.
Because then I won't have to listen to that son of a bitch.
Dude, what would happen if somebody, Jeff, sat you down, tied you up, and you had to watch Inside the NBA with Charles Barkley and Skip Bayless?
Oh, Escow against Barkley and Bayless? Oh, that would be great.
I'll take, you know what? I need a sidekick for that one. I think I'll need Frank for that.
We got 2 more quotes to get to. We got to go to a commercial break.
Let's get to the 2 quotes first. Who cares if we're a little late?
All right. Skippy Bayless said the Chicago Cubs will always be a pathetic team.
Look at the deals they're making, Skippy. They brought in a pretty credible manager.
You know
they
what?
signed.
He'll debate you. He'll say, "Hey, Mr. Sprankle, let me tell you something. Cubs haven't won jack in 107 years. How do you think they're going to do this year?"
And you know what? Listen, I'll say this. They may not win the World Series next year. May not. But I'm going to say this. Within the next few years, don't be surprised if this team wins the World Series. They're generating revenue with the renovations of Wrigley.
Sure.
They're looking to get a TV deal, a new TV network in a few years. They are looking to go the New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox route.
He'll say this. He goes, "Yeah, it'll take over 100 years for the Cubs to win a World Series, and they haven't done squat diddly since like 03.
Squat diddly?
All right, that's what Skippy would say. He'd debate Frank and say, "Oh yeah, the Cubs don't have a chance in heck to ever win a World Series in our lifetime." Skippy Bayless said, quote for Jeff, quote, "If Charles Barkley played for the Knicks in the 90s, the Knicks would have won the NBA championship."
Jeff, your response.
If my mother had balls, she would have been my father.
And that's what Skippy said. He said, if Barkley was on the Knicks would win an NBA championship.
Well, guess what, Skip? He wasn't. So that's not even a quote you can say because he wasn't. So sit there and shut up, dumbass. That's a stupid quote. You know what? That's like saying, here, okay? Here's a great quote for you, okay? Here, I'm going to shove it right down your freaking throat, okay?
This summer, I'm telling you, we need to have that debate. We need to have it somewhere. And like I said, I'll bring the grill and beer, guys.
Oh, geez. Don't choke on your beer when you're laughing.
That's like saying if Tony Romo was a better quarterback, you would have won more Super Bowl games.
Let me ask you this, Jeff. Would you be willing to come to Chicago for a Skip Bayless, Jeff Escow debate? And the reason why Chicago is, let's make in the middle part of the country. Let's make it, you're traveling from west to east. He's traveling from east to west. It will be in Chicago.
I hate to I hate to tell you, but the middle of the United States is Birchard, Nebraska.
Okay, fine. We'll have it there. We'll have it there. We'll have it in Nebraska.
That's the middle of the United States. Birchard, Nebraska.
Would you be willing to have it there then?
As long as ESPN's paying for my trip, you bet.
What happens to Skip? What happens to Skip is so confident he wins the debate, he pays your trip out of his own pocket.
I'm fine with that because he's going to be ashamed after I'm done with him. I'm going to make him feel so small, a curb's going to look taller than him.
And then all of a sudden, here's what he'll say. I'm going to launch a protest to boot Jeff Eskow and Frank Sprinkle and Sean Mann off the air. That's what he would do.
Bring it, because you know what's going to happen once you say that, Skip? We're going to get a ton more listeners. I'm going to say thank you very much. You dumbass.
He'll probably say, I'll take you all to court and I'll sue your asses.
Yeah, bring
what? Okay, dude, you could sue for anything, but you're not going to win.
What are you going to sue me for?
Listen, is Skip Bayless going to sue the existence of Frank Sprinkle?
For calling you out and calling you a dumbass for some of the things you say? I'm not the only one that thinks that way, you dumbass.
There's a lot of other people, and after his comment about Manziel, he took a lot of criticism from people.
By the way, Skip Bayless is going to sue Jeff Eskow because Jeff Eskow exists.
Bring it on. And you know what? I want to go to court. I want you to sit there in the plaintiff chair. Because I'll have the debate right there in front of the judge.
He'll tell the truth and he'll say, I'm complaining. I'm upset. Nobody has any respect for me. People should learn the concept of respect.
Hey, Sean, do you think they would allow the grill and beer in the courtroom?
And the judge, is going to be a Skip Bayless hater, so you're going to be screwed, Skippy. You're going to be screwed. And I'm going to go in there with all these notes, and I'm going to have him on the stand, and I'm going to say, Skip Bayless, did you or did you not say this? And then turn around and say this. Well, isn't that contradicting yourself? Yes? Then you don't know what you're talking about, do you?
He'll just deny the whole thing. He'll say, no, I don't remember saying that. But then we know that we've got the proof.
You don't?
We've got the proof.
Oh, you don't remember saying that?
Wait, hold on. I just thought of a great idea. We can have for the debate, I saw Jeff Eskow debate Skip Bayless, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
Oh, you don't remember saying that, Skip? Oh, play the tape. Play the tape. There it is, right there. Isn't that your voice? Isn't that you saying that? There. Sit there and shut up and deny it now, you son of a bitch.
We're a little bit behind. We got to go to commercial break.
We'll go to screw it. We'll just keep going right through it. We'll go to the next one.
That's Skippy Bayless. That's the quotes of the day for the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Television shouldn't have commercials.
Well, they got to pay the bills somehow, don't they?
Yeah, true. Hey, except PBS.
Yeah. Well, PBS does it too, man. Trust me, when they play a concert or something, they take a break, they sit there and they say, come on now, pay us some money so you can continue to watch this great music.
Well, Skippy could do it like this. He'd say, I'll sue you three for harassment. I'll find your butts in jail when I'm making all my millions.
You want to sue me for slander?
I didn't make a threat. Hold on. Did I make a threat?
No. But he would say, I'm getting harassed and I'm getting made fun of. This isn't fair.
So what?
Life ain't fair.
Life ain't fair, and if you can't take it, then you better get off the airways and shut up.
Dude, I'm not pitching in the major leagues right now. Is life fair for me? I'm not making $100 million over 10 years. Is life fair?
That's right. Hey, Skip, I don't make the money you make, and I'm still smarter than you when it comes to sports.
So listen to Jeff when he tries to tell you something.
See? You make little stupid puny bets. Throw your show out there. Say, if some team beats the Cowboys, I'm never going to do my show again. Be a man. Back your team.
What do you do with Stephen A? What do you do with Stephen A then?
He makes Stephen A put Dallas Cowboys gear on.
And then he'll say this. He goes, I won't be very popular anymore if I put my show on the line.
Because you're not smart. Because you talk out of both sides of your ass. You say in one sentence.
You know what? I may take on Skip Bayless in a baseball debate. How about we do it the weekend of the Major League Baseball opener at Wrigley Field? You come to Chicago the weekend of April 5th, April 4th or 5th, or even the 3rd, which will be the Friday. April 3rd's a Friday, April 4th's a Saturday, April 5th is the day of the game. If you want to come to Chicago that weekend, we can have a debate.
I don't know how he says it. He says in one breath that my Indianapolis Colts are going to beat Cincinnati, and then he turns around and says that freaking
Andrew Luck is an overrated
overrated quarterback. That's talking out of both sides of your ass.
As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what. That weekend, if you want to bring somebody else to debate, fine. I have Jeff Escow. I want him to join me in the debate.
I'm going to blow him out the doors, man.
Come to Chicago.
He goes, I'll have you 3 in jail for making fun of me and picking on me.
Bring it. Bring it, because I figure there's at least a minimum of 20 million people that don't like you.
Wait a minute. So wait, is he people picking on him? What is he an envy because somebody messed up his Tony Romo lunchbox?
You should have seen it on Facebook, Frank. I went over there and Skippy was just getting blasted.
I don't pay attention to what's on there.
Well, he was getting blasted by the by people who saw his comment about Johnny Manziel. I was flipping out laughing the whole time.
Because he talks outside of his
of the people on social media seem to be no good idiots anyway.
Because he talks out of both sides of his ass. That's why. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. None whatsoever. Next topic.
All right, the next topic we get to, ding, 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 the NBA elimination.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it before the first break. What do you say?
All right.
Yeah, let's do it before the first break. What team you getting rid of? Your first team. We're each getting rid of 3.
All right. Eastern Conference. I'm knocking out the Brooklyn Nets.
You're knocking out the Brooklyn Nets. Hey, with you knocking out the Brooklyn Nets, you know what that means?
What?
It means that they're freaking totally 100% eliminated.
That's right.
How about them apples right there? Okay. I'm gonna pick. What do we got here? I am going to pick the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh yeah, the Timberwolves, very easy pick there, right, Frank? They're bad this year.
They're 5-26.
Yeah, I know. They're 5-26. So that totally knocks them out of the elimination game as well.
What has happened to the Wolves? They just haven't been the same since KG got traded.
Let me ask you guys this, and they are in different conferences. I don't know if they played or if they're going to play, but how much do you think a ticket on StubHub would go for a Philadelphia-Minnesota game? If you had the 76ers, and by the way, these are the seats. These are the worst. I've been to the Target Center. Let's say you have the 76ers and the Timberwolves facing each other in Minnesota, or it can be in Philadelphia, and you're given the worst seats in the arena, top level, last row. How much will those seats go for in the market?
Oh, I don't care.
$10?
I'd sell my tickets after seeing 2 bad
$10,
teams.
$5. Around there.
Hey, did I ever tell you I got into Wrigley for $1?
That's funny,
That's
Frank.
great.
Oh my gosh.
The last
That's
day of
nice.
the 2012 season, the Cubs were playing the Astros. It was a Wednesday. The Cubs won on a walk-off base hit. I got in the bottom of the ninth. I got in the Wrigley that day for $1. It was the Astros' last game in the National League.
Nice. All right, Sean, who you picking next?
Number 2, Eastern Conference, the Atlanta Hawks.
You're knocking out Atlanta already, huh?
Yep.
They're playing
That's
pretty
amazing.
good.
Atlanta used to be one of my. I'm not considering one of my favorite team, but they used to be one of my favorite teams to watch. I didn't root for the Hawks, but I used to like in the 80s and 90s with Neek and Spud Webb.
Dominique Wilkins, Spud Webb, Steve Smith, Mookie Blaylock.
Dude,
Okay,
watching TBS in the 80s and 90s was awesome.
Okay, I'm taking out the New Orleans Pelicans.
Western Conference. Jeff says, adios, Pelicans.
Taking out the Pelicans. The Pelicans. You're out of here, Pelicans.
All right.
All right, who you taking out as your third and final team this week?
Number 3, Eastern Conference. I am knocking out the Miami Heat.
Wow. Really?
Yep.
You want to know something? With you knocking out the Miami Heat, that knocks them out. They are out of the elimination game totally.
Well, you know that it was going to be a long year too, Frank and Jeff, with how LeBron left and everybody and the Heat were thinking they could still be good and maybe have a chance to compete. They're the 8th seed and they're not very good this year.
Let me ask you this. When the regular season has come and gone, who has a better record, the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Miami Heat? Because understand, there's only
none. They both suck.
Yeah, but who has a better record?
I'll maybe give the edge to Cleveland, maybe.
I don't
Jeff,
know.
Your third pick.
My third pick, I'm going to go to the Eastern Conference, and I'm going to take the Milwaukee Bucks out. And with me taking the Milwaukee Bucks out, that knocks them out.
Oh, the Bucks. Now, here you go, Frank. The Bucks are interesting story, especially with Jason Kidd as their coach.
Milwaukee? My goodness. Here's the thing about Milwaukee. They don't really have any superstars on that team. They don't have anybody that's marketable. And they're and you know what? I see Toronto, Atlanta. Obviously, they're doing well. The Wizards, I'll say it, my Bulls, because I only have one NBA team. Take that, Skip Bayless.
You know what, Browning? You're talking about the Spurs having trouble. Since you're a LeBum follower, how does it feel, Browning, that LeBum James is out for 2 weeks? Your Cavs are in trouble, buddy.
They're done,
They're
finished, finito.
Hey, are we going to talk about that?
Yes, we will.
We can get into that now. The Cavaliers, LeBron
we
James
got to go
out
to
for
break,
2 weeks.
Sean, we got to go to break. So let's hold
okay.
that before break. The NBA elimination game is over. We did get rid of the Brooklyn Nets. We did get rid of the Miami Heat. We did get rid of the Milwaukee Bucks. We knocked out 3 teams today as well. And the Minnesota Timberwolves. We knocked out 4 teams today. So how about that? There's not that many teams left. All the teams that have been eliminated, the Celtics, the Knicks, the 76ers, the Nets, the Pacers, the Bucks, the Pistons, the Cavs, the Heat, the Hornets, the Timberwolves, the Nuggets, the Jazz, the Thunder, the Mavericks, and the Lakers have all been eliminated. And we're going to run to a quick commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, and Frank Sprankle on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, and Frank Sprankle bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right. right, so before we went to break, we were going to get into the topic of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yes, exactly. 18 minutes after the hour. And here's one of our big stories. LeBron James will be injured. He is out for 2 weeks. Big blow to the Cavaliers. They are 18-17. Yeah, really good for the odds. Everybody in Cleveland said this was going to be an NBA championship caliber year. Wrong.
Yeah, all the smart people said that they were going to win, right?
Even Skippy Bayless.
There is one guy that did say in training camp that there is a team in us, and that's the Chicago Bulls. Do you know who said that?
Who?
LeBron James himself. He said that the Chicago Bulls are going to give us the biggest challenge, and they're already established. That tells me that LeBron James even knew the Bulls were better than the Cavaliers in the team he's on.
Look, I read the roster to Jeff even back in August or September before the NBA season began. I looked at that whole roster and I thought, wow, look at all these players. You got one player, he's even 19 years old, as just getting out of college. And you got players in their 20s.
Right now,
only been in the NBA for a few years.
Right now, they're sitting in the 5th spot. 5. Okay, it's only going to get worse for them.
Have you recalled LeBron ever being injured for this long of a period, which is 2 weeks?
No, and who said that he was going to get hurt?
Ding, 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 ding.
You did.
Yeah, who called that? Who said that the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to not be as good as everybody says there was, and there's no way in heck that they're going to win 58 games?
Ding, 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 ding,
you did.
ding, ding.
But the Vegas, I bet those Vegas people are pretty upset with what they said on that Las Vegas book.
Go ahead, because when you're done, I want to say something about David Blatt here.
David Blatt, that's a joke and a half.
Oh, yeah, but let me say this then. I'm going to say what I want to say about David Blatt now. We're going to find out just how good of a head coach David Blatt really is now.
He's not.
But that's my point. You don't have LeBron James. How good of an NBA coach can you be?
He's not going to make it through the season. You know that.
I'm just saying these next 2 weeks, David Blatt is going to have to know what it's like to coach a pretty mediocre NBA team because LeBron is not going to be there. And without LeBron, they're going to be worse.
Well, here's the way you look at it. You know, they're 5th seed, like Jeff said. But look at the teams that the Cavs will have trouble against. Bulls, the Wizards could be tough. Atlanta's been really good. And Toronto.
You know who's going to be the next coach?
All right, yeah. All right, and you said this. We break. The next coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it will be a LeBron James picking.
It will be LeBron James's coach.
Okay, can we take it? Let me ask, has he played for LeBron?
LeBron's played for him.
Has he coached LeBron already?
He's coached LeBron already.
I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to say Mike Brown.
Damn right. You're damn right. He's the only one that's coached in Cleveland with LeBron there. Watch what's going to happen. Mark my words.
Mike Brown?
Yes, Mike Brown there, Frank. You got to remember.
He got fired from the Lakers.
Well, look, he's done it
Hold on
twice.
a second, Sean. He got fired from the Lakers, and where did he end up?
Cleveland.
Thank you.
And then he's back. I don't know what he's doing now, but yeah, Mike Brown will be back as the Cavaliers head coach.
I'm calling it now. I also called Urban Meyer going to Ohio a year before it actually happened.
You did.
Right, I did. So now I'm calling this one too. Watch.
The Cavaliers face a very difficult few weeks because here they are 18-14, and now LeBron, the big star for the Cavaliers, getting hurt at a very difficult time right before the All-Star break, which is next month. Be interesting to see where the Cavaliers are at, but no, even I picked them not even to win the NBA Finals. Cavaliers have got too many young players who are trying to learn David Blatt's system, but Blatt is a coach that doesn't have the NBA coaching experience.
Well,
he's coached in other, like in the European League.
I hate to tell you something. LeBron's out. Kevin Love is out. They lost Varejao for the season.
Yep.
Kyrie Irving's not playing well at all. Okay? They haven't really played together at all. They got no continuity. They got no defense. They got no offense. That's a great team you got there, Cleveland.
And here's the thing. If he's out for 2 weeks, I'm looking at the schedule here. LeBron will be back by the time they play the Bulls next, and that's January 19th. That's Martin Luther King Day, national TV. The Bulls will play the Cavaliers. It will be in Cleveland, and LeBron should be back by then.
He's supposed to miss anywhere between 6 and 8 games, right?
Right.
Yep.
The Hornets they're playing the Hornets now.
Yeah, I know. They're winning right now. But that's very early in the game.
And it's against the Hornets.
I'd love
And
to
so
see,
much
yeah,
for
I
all
would
the
love to
thought
see
that
the Hornets beat
Cleveland's-
them. Actually, you want to know something? The game's tied 11-11.
And so much for the thoughts that Cleveland sports was going to be so dominant. Everybody thought in Cleveland that the Browns were going to be the team that would have a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
No, not everybody thought that. I did not think that.
I didn't think that.
All the other schmucks like Skip Bayless thought that.
And now you're saying that the Cavs would be in the NBA Finals and win it. Skippy Bayless did.
Yeah. Well, they're not that. Hey, Skip, Cleveland freaking Browns aren't going to be in the Super Bowl and they ain't making the playoffs. And I'd hate to tell you, but the Cleveland Cavaliers ain't freaking making the freaking NBA Finals neither. In fact, they're going to be lucky to make it out of the first round of the playoffs.
How bad is it to be from Cleveland? You know, you guys know the last time a Cleveland sports team won a world championship was the Browns in 1964. And what's interesting about the 64 Browns, that predates the Super Bowl by 2 years.
How great would it be, Frank and Sean, if Cleveland Cavaliers had the 7th or 8th seed? How great would that be?
The playoffs. Hey, they'll be on the road. Could you
then
imagine?
they'll be out.
And you know what? There is a possibility they'll have to face the Chicago Bulls in the first round.
Correct.
And they'll be in
Bears and
Chicago.
Bulls.
Correct.
Everybody would want that. The whole country would want to see a Bulls-Cavs first-round matchup.
Either that or Toronto.
Oh, yep.
Oh, Toronto. They would lose to Toronto.
Or
they are really tough.
Right now,
Wait, what about Atlanta? Hold on. What about Atlanta?
know, I'm
They're having
looking
a
at
good
that.
season. It could be the Atlanta Hawks and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the
right
first
now,
round.
right now you have Toronto sitting at 24-8. Okay, Atlanta sitting at 23-8. Chicago sitting at 23-10. Washington sitting at 22-9. Okay, and Cleveland sitting at 18-14.
Really, if you look at the NBA dominance in the East, it's really between the top four. That's Toronto, Atlanta, Washington, and the Chicago Bulls.
Right now.
Yep.
Right now. But I expect, maybe Indiana to make a move a little bit. You got Atlanta, Washington, and Miami in that order in the Southeast. 23-8, 22-9, and 14-19. Atlanta, Washington, and Miami, respectively. Okay? Over in Central, you have Chicago at 23-10, Cleveland at 18-14, Milwaukee at 17-16, Indiana is 12-21. And in Atlantic, Toronto 24-8, Brooklyn 15-6. The Eastern Atlantic, that's Toronto's division to just lose.
When you look at the Western Conference, the Eastern Conference is really, really bad. West is always going to be better because all that competition. And I have to say, Frank, props to what the Golden State Warriors have done. If there's a team in the Western Conference that every team needs to be watching, that's the Warriors. They have been just outstanding from day one.
What about Steve Kerr as Coach of the Year?
That's a
I think that could
possibility.
happen. I think that could happen. Listen, there's a lot of question about Steve Kerr not having any coaching experience. I don't care about the coaching experience. Steve Kerr played for how many years in the NBA? That's experience enough.
Yeah, but everybody's hyping Golden State 25-12. Portland's at 26-7, boys.
Is it possible the Warriors could finally get to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1975? That was the last time that they won the championship.
Well, you just going to throw Portland away at 26-7?
No, I'm not going to rule out Portland. That could be a Western Conference final matchup between the Warriors and the Trailblazers.
And then don't count out the Los Angeles Clippers. I mean, look at this. You got the Clippers. They're in the 6th seed, but they're 22-11. Only the Warriors have won 5 or 3 more games than the Clippers.
And
this
if
is the
there's-
West.
Yeah, but
there's
Memphis is 23-8, and Houston is 22-9, and
Guys,
Dallas is 23-10.
Sean, before you get to your point, do you know how weak the Eastern Conference is?
It's
If the
ridiculous.
season, I know you don't like that word, Jeff, but let's say the season were to end today. Let me rephrase it. Let's say the season were to end today. Your number 8 seed in the West would be the Phoenix Suns at 18-16. Yet Miami would be the 8th seed in the East, and they have a losing record at 14-19.
Correct. The East, you know what the East is? It's crap.
It is. and nobody will win against that whoever represents the Western Conference. Now, there is one thing to point out, that the whole country, for anybody who's a Celtic hater, a Knick hater, or a Laker hater, they can all be happy about the fact that these three teams who have great basketball history for these three teams will not be in the playoffs. I'm saying it even as a Celtic fan. They're done. They're out. Knicks have been done from day one. Of course, it's a rebuilding process. And the L.A. Lakers, it continues to be decline in L.A., just like they said back in July of last year that the L.A. Lakers are very much in decline.
Let me ask you this. What are the odds that Byron Scott gets fired at the end of the season? And not only that, would you agree in saying that Byron Scott is probably one of the most hard-luck coaches in the NBA, considering he comes to a team, but how long does it take for Byron Scott to get fired?
That's not going to happen because Kobe's contract doesn't end until the end of next year, so they'll keep him until then.
And you know Kobe's going to retire then.
Yeah, Kobe's got one more year left to go after this one. They'll keep Scott until then, and then they'll clean house.
Next year, Kobe will be 37 years old.
That's how last year. It's going to be his last year. The Southwest in the West, Memphis at 23-8, Houston at 22-9, Dallas at 23-10, and San Antonio at 20-14. And Pelicans are at 16-16 there.
Are you kidding
me?
That the Spurs would be 20-14.
Oh,
They're getting old. They're getting old.
Not only that, Parker's not playing. He's hurt. Popovich is resting his freaking team. He don't care.
I just thought of something. With this team starting to age, could we in a season or two see a rebuilding mode for the San Antonio Spurs? You have players.
Right.
Sean, let me explain this. Let me explain this to you, and I want to hear your thoughts. You have all these players retiring. You have Duncan and everybody else retiring. Ginobili retires. How about this? Greg Popovich retires.
Why?
Dude, because you know what? Why not? You've accomplished how you won so many titles. Would you want to be part of this rebuilding phase?
Not so much rebuilding. He's doing it now.
Duncan is getting up there. I can see it happening. Before we go to the second update, I can see it happening that maybe in a few years the Spurs will start rebuilding their team.
They're rebuilding now. Let me tell you something. Duncan and Ginobili are really the only two old ones on the team.
Yep.
Think about that for a second there, Frank, while we go to our second and final update. This update is brought to you by the Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your Flipper today, and never, ever touch your toilet seat ever again to flip it up or flip it down. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your Flipper today. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the final update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. 11 games for the NBA tonight. The Hornets lead the Cavaliers 19-15. The Nets and the Magic tied at 21. A game on NBA TV, it'll be the Mavericks taking on the Celtics, Pistons at the Knicks, Rockets at the Pelicans, Wizards at the Thunder, Pacers at the Bucks, 76ers at the Suns, Hawks at the Jazz, Raptors at the Warriors, Grizzlies at the Lakers. NHL Friday night action. 2-0, the Panthers lead the Sabres. First period, 7 minutes and 56 seconds left. Canadians and Devils, that game is tied at 0 with 7:06 left in the first period. The Penguins lead the Lightning 2-0. Hurricanes lead the Flyers 1-0. Maple Leafs at the Wild, Islanders at the Flames, Oilers at the Avalanche, and Blues at the Ducks. As we move into the NFL, this is it. This is what every team who plays in the playoffs dreams about. You got a total of 12 teams. And out of those 12, one team is going to be winning that Lombardi Trophy, but we've got a ways to go to get there. Tomorrow's action and Sunday's action, here's Saturday's games. You got the Cardinals taking on the Panthers, NFC wildcard. In the AFC wildcard, it'll be the Ravens at the Steelers. Sunday, it'll be the Bengals taking on the Colts, and Lions at the Cowboys. This update was brought to you by the Flipper at flipperflipper.com. We're going to run to commercial break. When we come back, Jeff, Frank, and Sean will be giving NFL picks for the wild card and talk a little bit about the NBA as we get ready to close that segment. Be right back.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to SportsWorldRadio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. And today, joining us for the whole 2 hours, our good friend who joins us every Tuesday and Thursday in the second hour of the show, the Big Wind, Frank Sprankle. Hey, Frank, when do you do Press Row Central?
We do it Mondays and Fridays we do it Mondays through Fridays on the postgamereport.com. Now, Nicholas Five and I took today off because this was coming off a holiday. We will return Monday, and we will also have a Friday show. We'll be resuming the Friday show next week, but we've taken the last 2 Fridays off because of the fact that they're coming off holidays. I enjoy it with Nicholas Spiva, and if you love college football, we do talk college football on that show.
You know what really pisses me off? I was up this morning, and I got a message saying, and you know something? As soon as I say this, Josh is going to laugh the laugh of the laugh.
Then laugh. Let's hear it.
He's gonna say, I told you. Watch. I got a message this morning from a friend of mine saying the Alabama gets knocked out, come check it out on the show in the morning. The show is back. Come, I don't want to say the name of it because I don't want to even plug it. The show is back. Come and join us. 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'm up. What the hell? I'll go listen to the dumbass. You know? I'm up. Son of a bitch never went on the air.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, who never went on the air?
I'm not telling you who it is, but Josh knows who it is. The son of a bitch never fired up the show. I hate that. I hate that. If you're going to put a message
sleeping at the wheel.
Somebody
must have been hungover from New Year's.
Well, maybe the person wasn't a morning person.
Come on. If you're going to put a message out there 2 hours before you're going to do the show and say you're going to do the show, do the freaking show. That's all I'm saying. Look at Josh. That same guy told me I'm not qualified to be in the sports media. Yeah, that's why you're running Sports World Radio.
You know what? I know we kid each other. We say stuff that we like to BS each other. But you know what? Josh Lopez is amazing. I love Josh.
Best, man. He's the best producer and an ass-kicking program director. Okay?
Look,
but
Browning
listen, I want to take a quick poll. If you say you're going to do a show 2 hours before you're going to do the show, okay, cool, I'm up. I'll go listen. And you don't do the show, what does that say about you?
That says that you're an idiot, a moron, and gosh knows every other negative
They're
word there is.
lacking professionalism.
Yeah, I just want to
You're
make
not
sure.
smart.
I just want to make sure it's just not me. You know, because once in a while, I'll get in touch with the guys and I'll say something came up and but if I put something on Facebook or if I put something out there on Twitter, like today, about a half hour, 40 minutes before the show, I says, hey, join us on Sports World Radio. We're going to have a special guest and we're going to talk, make our picks, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and I put it on Facebook. We're here, ain't we?
We're here. We're alive. Listen, 2015 is going to be great.
I like that, Josh. 20-year pro who calls Indiana high school volleyball. It's true.
Indiana high school volleyball. I don't pay attention to volleyball.
It's true. But gosh damn it. If you're going to say you 2 hours before you came out at he was going to do a show 5 o'clock my time, so it came out at 3 o'clock my time. I said, all right, great, cool.
And here's
I'll go
another
over and
thing, too.
to it.
Listen, I do this show on Tuesday and Thursday, and I always have the stuff to our producer, Josh Lopez, by 3 o'clock Central. It always is. You know, once you call Josh Lopez up, let me tell Josh, it's always in before 3 o'clock.
Yeah, because he's got to get it to Sean.
But I do it, but I get it in. That's the point. I'm committed. Josh is committed. It's a chain of command here. We're all committed.
That's right. In case you people don't know, the chain of command works through Josh. Okay? Everybody funnels all their stories to Josh. Josh funnels, decides what stories he's sending to Sean, and Sean decides when we're talking about them, pretty much. That's how the show works. And Jeff don't know what the hell's going on.
It's all blind. It's impromptu.
That's the way I want it, because I want everybody here at Sports World Radio to get my true reaction to what's going on. Not some rehearsed bull crap like you do there, Skip Bayless.
Hey, well, when you take on Skip Bayless, let me ask you this. I assume you don't want to know the topics, correct?
I don't want him to know the topics, and I don't want to know the topics.
Okay, but you wouldn't mind if Skip knows them, though.
That's cheating.
Oh, okay, all right. So nobody knows the topics. Okay, nobody knows the topics.
Listen, if I play I play the game the way it's supposed to be played. I don't want to know the topics because I'm smart enough to come up with an answer right there on the spot, where Skip Bayless has to rehearse his answer 2 hours before they do the freaking show.
Dude, I think you could probably still beat Skip, even if it takes Skip 4 hours. I still think you could beat him.
It doesn't matter what it takes him, because I ain't gonna be doing it. You know what I'm gonna be doing? Watching TV while he's rehearsing. Because you know what, Skip? I don't need to rehearse, because everything I say comes right off the top of my head, right out of my mouth, and true from my heart.
If we're ready to go for the next topic here,
go for it.
40 minutes after the hour. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we all wait for, the NFL playoffs. Tomorrow at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 1:20 p.m. Pacific, I'm on my Yahoo Sports. The game on ESPN. There you go. Arizona Cardinals at the Carolina Panthers.
Hey, you know something, Frank? Instead of da-da-da-da, we should go skip, 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 skip.
skip.
This is a matchup that's big because the Cardinals had a big year, but it ended poorly. Now they run into a Panthers team 7-8-1. Anybody watching tomorrow?
Yeah, I will. It's the NFL playoffs. One of these teams is going on to the divisional round and will just lose in the divisional playoff.
Gosh.
Okay,
I know.
They're gonna have to go. They're gonna have to go to Seattle.
How is that possible? A 7-8-1 team. Jeff even put Sports World Radio on the line with the Seattle Seahawks. They went 7-9 that one year.
Sean, really quick. We were talking about the Spurs, right?
Yeah.
I want to get back to that really quick before we go make our pick.
Sure.
We were talking about the Spurs, and everybody's yelling at me, oh, they're old. Okay, I hate to tell you something. I'm going to say so. I have the roster right here in front of me, you rat bastards, you bat rastards, okay? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in their 30s. And only Manu Ginobili and Tim Duncan are 37 and 38 respectively. Tony Parker's 32. Splitter is 30. Okay, Boris Diaw is 32. Matt Bonner is 34. That's it. Everybody else is in their 20s. What does that tell you?
Jeez. It
They're
still
bad.
says the Spurs have still got some depth.
Patty Mills, 26. Kawhi Leonard, 23. Corey Joseph, 23. Danny Green, 27.
Okay, let me ask you this, Jeff. When you become old for the NBA, do you think it's 35? The modern day NBA.
I don't know. Duncan's 38 and Ginobili's 37, and they're still doing pretty good.
You can play the 40 in the NBA.
They're playing, aren't they?
I
mean,
commented. I said, okay, so don't rule out San Antonio in decline.
You gotta thank Popovich the way he's playing these players as well, because he sits them and he doesn't give a crap what the NBA thinks about it. And he's smart.
I said this. Popovich is the best
He's
head coach
smart.
the NBA has today.
Correct. And he's smart. Very
He
smart.
came in the late 90s and took over for Bob Hill, and then he really turned that Spurs team around and winning 5 NBA championships,
Tony
something
Parker's
that
only
nobody
32.
can take away from him.
Tony Parker's only 32.
Yep.
So he's still got a minimum of at least 3 years left, 4 years left.
And Duncan?
Duncan's probably done this year or next year. Ginobili, same thing. In fact, you know
Josh
what?
goes,
I think if they don't win it, I think they all come back to go for it one more time.
here, Frank, if they are so old, here's what Josh says. If they're so old, then why they make the NBA super team, the Miami Heat, look like complete jokes in the NBA Finals?
Thank you.
Yeah, because you know what? Simple. They don't have any chemistry. They may be a little older, but guess what? There is no chemistry. I mean, look at LeBron. As LeBron ain't winning these days in Cleveland.
No, 18 and 14.
And the reason why San Antonio's not playing well right now, because Tony Parker and Kawhi Leonard are both out.
That is correct.
Okay, so come on. All right, Sean. You know what? Let's go to our final break. We'll come back for our final break. We'll make our NFL picks, and we'll do our Rap Bastard of the Week. You're listening to Jeff Pascal, Sean Mann, and Frank Sprinkle on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us. And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, Frank Sprinkle, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday, right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Last segment of the day. We still got 2 things to get to: our NFL picks for this weekend's games and the Rap Bastard of the Week. So, Sean, why don't you start us off with the first game of the day?
All right, first game of the day on ESPN. It will be Arizona Cardinals at the Carolina Panthers, NFC wild card.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Go ahead.
I'll go with the Carolina Panthers in this game. Cardinals have got a problem quarterback. The Panthers win, but remember, I don't see the Panthers even getting that far anyway because of their 7-8-1 record.
Sean, you read my mind. And here's another thing, too. Larry Fitzgerald has been the offensive threat for the Arizona Cardinals the last few years. The last few years until 2014. Nothing is clicking for this team. It's amazing they held the number 1 seed in the playoff picture all this long until the Seahawks caught fire. This is a team that has been on the decline, and Carolina is going to win this game tomorrow and advance to the divisional playoff.
Wow, we're all picking Carolina, huh?
The Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, we're all picking Carolina because I ain't picking Arizona. They got that third-string quarterback starting. Get the hell out of here.
Well, when you watched that game between Arizona and Seattle, you saw an example of how bad the third-string quarterback was.
Yeah, I'm not picking Arizona. Get the hell out of here.
A rivalry that is deadly, and I mean deadly. Baltimore at Pittsburgh on NBC.
Can I start, please?
Yes,
Can I
go
start?
ahead.
Go.
All right. My prediction, I just hope come Sunday morning we have a shaved head. Seriously, you know who I'm picking.
So you're taking Pittsburgh, huh?
I'm taking Pittsburgh in this game. I'm impressed with what they have done lately. Their defense, they've been playing okay. But Le'Veon Bell, he's been the X factor. The Baltimore Ravens will not win this game. We better see a shaved head come Sunday morning.
Sean?
I can say that I'll go with the Steelers. Wes, congrats. I'll give you that one, even though I'm sick of your BS with all this Pittsburgh Steelers stuff being pasted on my wall.
Okay, so I've been thinking about this game
This was a
freaking
tough one.
week. On the one hand, I got Wes and his stupid-ass Pittsburgh Steelers. on the other hand, I got the Baltimore Ravens and a possible shaved head. And I'm sitting here weighing Pittsburgh shaved head, Pittsburgh shaved head, Pittsburgh shaved head, Pittsburgh, Baltimore shaved head, Pittsburgh. I'm going with Baltimore.
Ooh.
I'm going with Baltimore.
But there will be a shaved head at some point.
There will be a shaved head at one point, but I'm going with Baltimore to knock Pittsburgh out in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's defense is too old, man.
Baltimore and Pittsburgh have been rivals for a long, long time, and I expect to see brawls and penalties. It's going to be an ugly game tomorrow night.
Really quick, Josh, if you can answer me this really quick, Josh. Andrew's picking the Steelers. Josh, can you answer me this? So maybe one of you guys can. How'd they do this year? Did they split 1-1?
Yes.
They split 1-1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did they each won on their home field?
Yes.
And this game's in Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
I'm going
Correct.
with freaking Baltimore.
The first time they played was in September, and the Ravens demolished them on September 11th. Then Pittsburgh won on a Sunday night in Pittsburgh.
I'm going with me and Josh are going with Baltimore.
The game on CBS. Will this happen? Will the Cincinnati Bengals finally end a long playoff drought? They have not won a playoff game since January of 1991, and they travel to Indianapolis, Indiana to take on the Colts.
I'm going last.
Go ahead. You go last. Okay. This is really a tough one for me. One thing about the Indianapolis Colts this year, they have beaten some pretty bad opponents very closely. Remember, the Cleveland Browns, it came down to a last-minute touchdown pass on the part of Andrew Luck. It will not work against the Cincinnati Bengals. I got to take Cincinnati in this one.
Wow. Sean?
Wow. Now remember, these two teams have played against each other. The Bengals went into Indianapolis and lost 27-0. This was on October 19th.
Right.
We've done this the last couple years, Jeff. I'm going to do it again. Please, Cincinnati, win. I'd like to see Andy Dalton get his first playoff victory, but I expect this game to be very close on Sunday afternoon.
Too. I think it's going to be Bengals in a close one, though.
So both of you are taking the Bengals?
Yeah.
What are you?
Freaking Andrew's taking the Bengals? Josh is taking the Colts.
Yep.
What did you say, Frank?
I said Cincinnati on the road.
Yeah,
90 miles to the east.
What did you say to me, Frank? Who am I
to the
taking?
west.
Who am I taking? You asked me, Frank?
You said you want to go last. Go ahead.
Who do you think I'm taking?
The dark horse team, the Cincinnati Bengals.
I've been riding Andy Dalton and Cincinnati Bengals all year. You think I'm going to stop now?
And you know what? We want to hear Skip Bayless come Monday.
I've been riding the Cincinnati bandwagon all year, haven't I, Sean?
Yes.
All stinking year. I will continue to be on it all year. And I want to see Andy Dalton beat the living crap out of the Indianapolis freaking Colts so I can watch freaking Monday morning Skip Bayless eat some humble pie because I'm going to try and call in somehow.
Before we get to the final game, here's the thing with the Bengals. Just make sure if you get a big lead in the game that you hold it. I still remember where I was when Indianapolis came all the way back from 24 points down to defeat the Kansas City Chiefs, 45-44. You'll never forget that one, Frank.
Oh, I'll never forget. Definitely. You better believe it. That was a year ago, and that was played on a Saturday. I watched it.
We got to move, boys.
Okay, the final game, the Detroit Lions at the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is 2-7 in the last 9 postseason games.
I'm going last.
Oh, this is such a tough one. Detroit and Dallas, Cowboys ending their 8-8 skid the last 3 years. Going to go with Dallas in this one. It's a tough one, but I went with Dallas.
You hurt me.
I think it's going to be tough for Detroit. Look, the Lions, they're hit with like a little bit of a long playoff drought. They haven't won in so long since like the Barry Sanders days.
Exactly. And the playoff drought continues for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm taking Detroit.
You're going to hate me for what I'm about to say here. But what we have seen from the Dominican Sue and Dominic Raiola over the last 2 weeks, I may not be a Cowboy fan, but I see the Cowboys winning. It's not the matter that that's the Cowboys playing the Lions in a game you'll never see on Thanksgiving Day here. But based on that defense and the dirty nature they bring for this particular week, I am rooting for the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay,
I root for anybody that plays against the Detroit Lions after what we've seen the last couple of weeks.
You have the number 1 rushing defense going against the number 2 rushing offense in the NFL in that game.
I'm taking the Cowboys in that one. But they'll go into Green Bay and they'll get torched there.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be tough for Detroit. Stafford has to have a big game for them. And for the Cowboys, very simple. You got the game in your home field. Question is, can you get back to the days of the 90s when the Cowboys were so tough to beat back in those days? You're 2-7 in the last 9 postseason games, and Jerry Jones is all happy saying so much talk for about the 8-8 the last 3 years.
Right. Okay, so let's get into this now. Detroit's going to win 27-17 over Dallas.
I'm going to say Dallas will beat Detroit 31-21.
Frank?
Oh, wait, the Detroit-Dallas game? I'm going to say the Cowboys will win that game 28-18.
Okay, Cincinnati over Indianapolis 34-10.
I'm going to say this. I'll go next for you, Frank. The Bengals, Andy Dalton drives him down the field. They kick a game-winning field goal with 3 seconds left. Bengals beat the Colts and stunned them 30-29.
Okay, all right, 30-29. It's a close one. I'm going to say 34-31, Bengals over the Colts.
I got Cincinnati scoring the most points, and I got Arizona scoring the fewest.
For me, I'm going to say Dallas will score the most points, fewest. Baltimore Ravens.
I'll say the most points. I'm going to say Cincinnati with the most points. In terms of the fewest, Arizona.
All right, let's get to our Rat Bastard of the Week really quick before we get back here.
Rat Bastard of the Week.
Any candidates, boys?
Oh, Rat Bastard of the Week. I'm going to nominate George McCaskey, the Chicago Bears, the chairman of the board, because what is Ted Phillips still doing as the vice president? I don't mind him being employed by the Bears. He's an accountant. Get a football guy in. Move him over to finances. George McCaskey, the Rat Beast of the Week.
Chicago Bears. George McCaston.
McCaskey.
McCaskey. What do you got, Sean?
His mom owns the Bears. Her dad was George Hallis.
All right, got it. There's your Rat Bass of the Week.
No.
down.
Who's your pick, Sean? That's just a candidate.
Candidate. I agree with what Frank is saying. I think the George McCaskey is right. He's making the Bears look bad. That they need to bring some new leadership or ownership. They got a lot of decisions.
New GM, new head coach, but they need a football guy as a VP of football. It shouldn't be an accountant.
Okay, let's go with that. What the hell?
Yeah.
George McCaskey.
Yeah, look at Josh, ESPN for the Jameis Winston and Johnny Manziel hype. I like that one, actually.
That's a good one.
We're not college football people here, so that gets nixed. So we'll go with you know what? We'll do Frank's Rat Bastard of the Week. We'll let him have his.
Yeah, I'm never on Fridays.
That's right. We'll let Frank have it. Let him
Freaky
have the Rat
Frankie
Bastard.
Friday.
Hey, Frank, thank you so much for joining us today, buddy.
It's over?
Yeah, it's over, man. It's the top of the hour, man.
That was quick. My point is that was quick.
Two
now I
fast
can
hours.
eat. And you know what? I got to tell you, a lot of my Friday meals, because I do a lot of games on Fridays, typically it's picking up dinner at Applebee's, quesadilla burger, baby.
There you go. Well, enjoy your dinner tonight. Enjoy your weekend, Frank. We'll see you on Tuesday, buddy.
Hey, looking forward to it, guys. Love the both of you.
Yes, all right. Just hang out right there. We're getting the flock out of here ourselves. Thank you, everybody, for listening to Sports World Radio today. We'll be back on Monday for another 2 hours of sports talk. Until then, my friends, remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable.
Amen.
Peace out, everybody. For Sean Mann, Frank Sprankle, I'm Jeff Escow. This has been Sports World Radio. Peace out, bitches.
Goodbye.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over.